one is probably the most impactful, perhaps the one that is the least natural. And I think to really, my approach to these things is to really break a word down and use that as a launching pad, like so many others. And if you look, our friends at dictionary.com has explained what the word invest is. Now, when you think of the word invest, what comes to mind? Obviously, money, most likely, investment portfolios, return on investment. You can see those bulleted descriptions right there. To furnish with power, authority, to use money as accumulating something. You devote time. You're going to invest in something. And what I have come to realize in my life and in my journey, there's so many things that demand so much from us. Parenting, family, relationships, business relationships, romantic relationships, platonic friendship relationships, career and jobs. Some people work more than one job. And of course, in this context, Plexus, you're your own business owner. Yes, you have the framework of an infrastructure of Plexus as a parent company or as the uh, overall corporation, but it is up to you, as you all well know, far greater than I do. It's up to you to build that business, and that's an endeavor that you uh, spend yourself and you invest yourself and you put out. And servant leadership is often is an exercise of spending oneself for a cause of great worth, thus an incalculable value. So when you are a servant leader, you see that has become quite a sometimes a popular term, maybe an in vogue term. There for several years, it was so popular, and they would model it after Jesus. And there's no greater form of servant leadership, and so, of course, those that have been around the church for an extended period of time, or even our whole life, are like, yeah, no kidding. That's the greatest form of servant leadership. Jesus washed his disciples' feet, and he was a servant. But when you're a servant leader, you bring yourself out, you spend yourself out, and when genuine, authentic leadership or influence, as John Maxwell will say, it's a presence, it's an atmosphere, it's an energy. And I don't know about you all, I know I've experienced this, and much of what I'm presenting to you tonight is not a academic research. It's not something that I have necessarily read in a book and I'm repeating. What I'm presenting to you tonight is really from my own experience and my own being. And I strive to be a genuine and authentic leader. I strive to be an influencer, and I understand that as a presence. And what I have found, that people instinctively gravitate towards that type of presence. Our world today, and as I'm speaking and presenting this to you, I encourage you to apply this to any facet of your life. Obviously, we're here rallied around Plexus and the demands that place on you or places on you, people reaching out to you, the expectations you have for yourself. But people gravitate towards that, and they see who are doers, and they see who are activators, and they sense genuineness in a world full of fraudulent activity, in a world full of fake social media veil. I think now is a time in all our of humanity where genuine, authentic leaders can make an impact in whatever mechanism, whatever vehicle, whatever conduit, and specifically here in Plexus. I know from personal observation, as you all know as well, and it's so a little bit awkward, because we are a husband and wife, but I've watched how Tammy has been an authentic person, been very open and transparent in this year specifically, and how people have gravitated towards that. And people seek and they crave the resources of a person who is leading or serving. It is a selfish atmosphere that we live in. And I've come to realize this, and I say this often, that selflessness has no relationship with selfishness, and selfless organizations never fit a person who is selfish. And so when a person is leading and they're genuine and they're a servant, people gravitate towards that. And there's an expense associated with that. Genuine leadership comes at a cost. We say that again, genuine leadership comes at a cost. I'll again reference the Bible and Jesus. Genuine leadership came at an ultimate price there. And I don't want to be preaching at anybody tonight because it's not what I'm here for, but I can't help but think that when you of a cost in leadership, God Almighty comes to mind. And then I think I characterize it like this. It's a candy jar effect. And Tammy's heard me say this, others maybe that I can't see that are on this meeting tonight. It's a candy jar effect. Close your eyes, if you will, and think for just a moment that you are a candy jar. Whether you're in the context of being a spouse, a mother, a sister, a brother, a whatever your stead is in life, think about somebody reaching inside of you with a hand wide open and grabbing what they need, pulling it out, and going on their merry way. And they don't replenish that. They come back and grab another handful of you. They come back and they hollow you out, and you are emptied out. And if anybody on this call or anybody at any time says, oh, that doesn't happen to me, most likely they're trying to deceive themselves before they try to deceive you. It happened. It happened. And tying back to our first evening together, being self-aware, understanding that when people treat you like the candy jar, they may not mean that in a nefarious way or an abusive way. That's just what they do. They reach inside, they grab, and they go because they have gravitated towards you because you are an influencer, you're a leader, you make impact, and next thing you know, you are feeling like a candy jar. You're hollowed out and you're emptied out. So what do? Well, something that doesn't really come natural to servant leaders. You take care of yourself. Yeah, everybody else typically gets your best parts before you do. And sometimes when you say, I got to take care of myself, that feels like a paradoxus. That feels foreign. That feels like it's incongruent with who you are. But typically, as we understand, this doesn't come natural. We have to take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. I Googled it, our friends at Google, and check it out. In 0.62 seconds, 843 million web hits of how to take care of yourself. I won't go through all those. There's not a one size fits all, but 843 web hits of taking care of yourself. See, I call it like this, and most of you may not even know this about me. The first part of my professional career was a firefighter. And going into burning buildings and doing things that put yourselves in harm. You enter into a danger zone. You enter into an area of great threat or risk. It could be electrocution, could be chemical, could be collapse, it could be fire, it could be any sort of thing, it could be a crime scene. And they told us early on that you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure that you are safe before you go in and try to take care of others. Or you will become a casualty. You will be rendered useless. You'll have no impact on the people who need you most if you don't take care of yourself. So let me just say that again. You will have no positive impact on the people who need you the most unless you take care of yourself. And in tonight's framework is investing. Investment tools: prayer, meditation. My internet connection is unstable, apparently. Education, whether it's just a structured academic class, whether it's a training. Obviously, there's a lot that Plexus has to offer. There's in other areas of your life that may offer some education. It's not just, again, a degree program or academia. Learn new skills. Learn new technology. There's all kind of free education out there. How to create a PowerPoint presentation, how to do an Excel spreadsheet, how to do a Word document, how to do whatever. You're adding to yourself and becoming, as we said last week with James Clear, 1% better every day. Read self-development books. Rest and relaxation. Here's one. Shut the phone off. Read a magazine article not too long ago. It's a business magazine. On average, Americans spend 4 hours a day on their phone. 4 hours a day. So when you carve out sleeping, you carve out work, and so this is probably a bigger number for those of you in Plexus, because that's how you run your business, on your phone. And we're addicted to our phones. That's just how it is now. So control that. And here's one that I have yet to master. I'm learning. Learn the power of no. There are ways to say no without being a jerk. There are ways to say no without being mean. There are ways to say no that make people feel good by you saying no. But if you and I continue to say yes, 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 we'll be like the guy I heard about almost 20 years ago. The guy that digs a ditch a mile wide and an inch deep. He's moving. He's in action, but he's not very effective. I've tried to change the way I speak this year around my place of work, because how many times, ask yourself this, how many times do people say, how you doing? Oh, I'm just so busy. I'm just so busy. I'm just so busy. Busy, 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 busy. You know, we're all busy. That's just how our society is. We're all busy. We can be busy with nothing. I've changed how I respond to that. It's like, I don't want to be busy. I want to be effective. Because there's somebody always reaching inside of you like a candy jar. They always need your help. They always need your word. And that's okay. But if you don't replenish yourself, if we don't replenish ourselves, the people who need us most aren't going to benefit from us. Your business is not going to benefit if you do not replenish yourself. If you don't retreat. Think about the word retreat. Retreat is not cowardly. Retreat is, let's get off the battle lines for just a second. Let's regroup. And let's go at it again. And in our society of 24-hour news loops, social media, push notifications on our phone, now it's interconnected with our iPads. Tammy did, those of you that got the iPad earned that. Not only is my wonderful bride of 27 years, her phone popping, now her iPad's in the other room popping too. I'm like, I don't even know what's happening around here. She's laughing. It's true. Shut the phone off, let her say no for a little bit. Have some structure. And I could go on, and I won't. And I want to leave you with this. I want you, if you don't hear anything that I say tonight, I want you to think about this. Invest, and I researched the Latin origin for it. It's investio. And it means to clothe, but to cover. And I thought about this. When I think about invest, we're always thinking about putting money in a portfolio, and we're putting things over here and putting things over there. And we're seeing yield curves and seeing the chart. And I got back to the root of the word of invest. And it struck me so that really made an impact on me. I have things going on in my personal life right now. Tammy is well aware of it. My mother has we've had to put her into a nursing home, and it is the most exhausting thing that I've ever been a part of. Type 1 diabetes with our son, bring it to me. I'll handle it. You want to give my wife a cancer diagnosis? I'll move and activate. But this has spent me so. And I'm sorry to be so transparent and personal with you, but when I read the Latin origin of invest or investio is to clothe and to cover, ladies and gentlemen, and people on this call, as you progress through your plexus journey and you aspire and you create good habits and you're self-aware and all those things, this slide right here is probably the thing that hit me most of all. And I'm trying to convey it across this digital platform that we as human beings and as leaders need to clothe ourselves. We should cover ourselves so we in the things that will make us better, so we can continue to serve. So if you don't hear anything I say tonight, if you don't remember anything, invest in yourself, clothe yourself, cover yourself with things that will add value to your life, will replenish you, will fill you back up. So you can go back out and spend it and repeat it over and over again and make an impact on people's lives. Grow your business, become a better spouse, become a better daughter, mother, whatever assignment you have in life. Invest, clothe yourself in things that will make you better. Thank you.
Thank you. That was powerful, you guys. That was powerful. Almost brought me to tears. Thank you, honey. And thank you for being so transparent. And I just want to add something to this, and then we'll close this down. As a Emerald Ambassador now, I'm so privileged and blessed to be able to say that. But I will tell you, everything he just talked about, I had to learn in this business. I had to grow into the, I'm trying to figure out how to get, because I can't see y'all. I don't know how to change this. I guess I won't see y'all. I don't know who I'm talking to. Hey, babe, take your sharing down. Maybe that'll do it. But I had to grow into the process. There we go. Grow into the process of learning how to, I learned how to do that through the process as I grew my business. So when you're starting out as a new ambassador, and some of you are brand new on here, some of you have been in here for 2, 3, 4 years. So it looks a little bit different. But when you're first starting out, you have a little more time on your hands to research the products and to, learn the ins and outs of the business and learn how to post and do those things. As your team grows, that time becomes less and less with being able to do those things, because not only are you managing your personal business, you're helping those that have joined your business. So you're helping your team, and it becomes this balancing act of, I got to give so much of myself to this part of my business, and I have to give so much of myself to this part of the business. And as you evolve in your business, it's very easy to lose sight of yourself. And it's very easy to lose sight of spending the time along the way. Okay, here I'm in 2 different places now. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. So I'm going to shut this one down because I'm getting a lot of feedback now. Oh my Lord. Okay, you guys there? I can't figure out how to do this. There we go. Ah, my goodness. Okay, I think it's time just to end this, don't you think? Oh my Lord. So thank you guys. I hope you took some nuggets away that's going to help you with your business, help you with your personal life, and just life in general, right? I think we can apply this to any facet of our life. So, okay, you guys have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. I will put the recording out. I hope when I lost internet, it didn't stop the recording. It looks like it's still going. So hopefully we don't have another mess up like we did last week, but I'll let you guys go. Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye. See you next week.